Hello again, everybody. Let me do you a little quick update on the cab and the putting on the little dollhouse hinges. You may recall that probably several months ago I showed you I got these little brass dollhouse hinges from Hobby Lobby, and my original game plan, they come with little, they're made obviously for dollhouses, for wooden dollhouses I guess, and they come with these little brass nails, brads basically, and they're 25 thousandths of an inch in diameter, about a quarter inch long, tiny little things. My original plan was just to mark and drill the little holes, and then I would glue these brads in place, and then the hinges would be on and I could move on with something else. Well, I tried to do that. I have some miniature drill bits. I think I got them at Harbor Freight some time ago. And when I started to try to drill those things in this aluminum freehand, I broke off a bunch of them. Matter of fact, you can probably see some of the little broken drill bit pieces right there. So I thought that's not going to work. What can I do? And I found these at the local hobby shop around here. They sell these little brass machine screws in various sizes. They have the 090 or the 0090 and the 080. And I thought those 080s with the little brass hex heads might look pretty cool. So I got some of those, and I got some 080 taps. This is a very nice K&S. It's made in Japan. I bought two of them, and got a die while I was at it over at the local hardware store. Lucky that they carry this cool stuff. It's a little pricey for a die, but not too bad for a made in Japan. Good quality stuff. And what I do is I marked them. They're about a ½ inch in from each end. I'd hold the hinge in place with my finger, mark it with the Starrett spring-loaded center punch. I just mark the two outboard holes, and then would go ahead and drill with the Dremel. And let me show you what another nice thing that the local hobby shop has. They've got both the clearance drills and the tap drills. Number 55 is a tap size drill for the 080, and 52 is the clearance size drill bit. So just a little over a 1/16 of an inch is the body size excuse me, of the 080. And you get two drill bits in the pack for $2.50, so $1.25 a piece. Might as well pick up some of those just in case you happen to break or dull some. So I would drill it. I drilled it with the Dremel. This is a newer Dremel that I bought a year or so ago. I've always had the old-fashioned kind. This is a Model 4000. What's nice about it is you can set the RPM. This is set on 1500 RPM, and then you just simply turn it on just using the hole punch mark that the center punch makes. That's all the hole you need. You don't need to use a center drill or anything. So I would just drill straight through the tap size, and then I would put the 080 tap inside this swivel head pin vise. Another thing I got at the hardware store. At the modeling shop. And this was about $9. It's made by a company called XL out of New Jersey. As far as I can tell, it's made in the U.S. It's a very nice quality piece, and it's easy to keep the thing straight. You can hold the top and spin the body. That's a swivel head pin vise, so very nice for doing the tapping. And then I would put the brass machine screws. I don't know if I showed you that or not. I got these little brass machine screws. You could put them in. Let me get one loose and show you. I should have had this ready. But if I can't get it out, I'll just talk about it. But the brass machine screw has a little hex head. I don't have a hex head driver as small as the hex head of the screw. Here they are. That's what they look like. Like I said, the body of it's about a 1/16 of an inch in diameter. I guess the head's about an 1/8, maybe bigger. But what's nice about it is you can just set the thing in there once it's tapped. Get it started with your fingers. These are nice long ones. I'm going to have to cut them off in a little bit. But I don't have a driver that small, but this is a 540 socket head screw, and the socket head of the 540 fits perfectly over the hex of the 080 brass hex head screw, so I can use that as a driver. I may someday make a little fancy body for this that's a little easier to hold. I put some nuts on there locked together to give myself a little bit of better finger tightness. But there you go, there's a little impromptu driver. So I've put those on. The only other thing I had to do, since the 080 screws are bigger than the holes were in the body, I would hold the hinge down on a little piece of masonite here. I'd clamped it in with a miniature vice grip, and then I would just drill the body out of the hinge out oversize with the clearance drill. That would be the number 52 drill, and then just tap them and I used some little tap magic, and there we have it. So they're just about done installing the hinges. They're long, so I'll have to cut off the backs of them, but then I can do that and sand and paint and move on with the next step on getting the cab ready. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.